Yo, yo, what's up, guys? Dead Droid Reviews here. I got forwarded this, uh, let's say, what do you call it? Video essay. I got forwarded this video essay by Louista, going over meme rap. And as, a, as a connoisseur of meme rap, I think I'll, have a decent opinion on this. So let's check it out.
Why is everybody putting up with ads like it's 2010? Like it's 2025, guys. Just use Pi. This Chrome extension takes 5 seconds to set up and it blocks ads.
From Toronto. Yo.
Welcome back to this US Open office plan.
Miller just lobbed a message way over Jones's head using.
Hip hop and comedy go hand in hand in some ways. Just look at rappers like Vince Staples, Tyler the Creator, and Schoolboy Q, who are all capable of cracking everyone up on a moment's notice. At times, they can even be straight up goofy.
All my life, I've really liked syrup. I just liked eating waffles all day.
Have you ever had bacon and syrup?
I've not finished.
Wrapped
First
in
off,
some
oh my
syrup?
God, can you let me do what I need to do?
I'm not really tripping on the money. It ain't about the money, bro. You know what I'm saying? I gotta pay money. Hello?
But while they can invoke laughter, these are the same artists who can spark a whole range of emotions in an audience, as they have proven on projects such as Igor, Oxymoron, and the introspective Dark Times. So what does it mean when a rapper only has humor in their arsenal? Would this one-dimensional nature mean that they've got a short shelf life? Or are their contributions to the hip-hop landscape
Man,
always going to be...
this guy's voice is slow as fuck. Come on, man. I can't rewatch this at single speed. We are going. We're going 1 point. We're going 1.5.
judged on a sliding scale? Because these days, it's getting pretty desperate out there for a lot of them. It's your boy Louista, and this is the death of meme rap. To understand this unique and loosely defined subgenre of hip hop, we must first look at its godfathers. And when it comes to rappers who have always embraced internet culture and all the jokes and jibes that go with it, they don't come much bigger than Soulja Boy. After all, there are literally endless memes about how Soulja Boy invented everything in the culture, born of an early internet hit and dance that basically laid the blueprint for how rappers engage with the internet. It's fair to say that Soulja has always been proud of his rap as a pioneer.
I always want a song before they get signed. Then once he get
Yeah,
famous,
Soldier did start on that.
but when y'all in the hood and ain't nobody
When I was a kid, I did not get that shit, man.
Good dirt, we
After a
go,
while.
famous dick. Only this song with now, Rich the Kid.
With the simplistic hook-filled tracks that he delivered, Soulja was accused numerous times of killing hip-hop by older heads. But in a lot of ways, he molded it and can't get the respect he deserves for doing so.
Man, Soldier Boy's crazy. His little brother, I don't know, his little brother is kind of annoying. Not annoying, he was cool, but when they have their own event, do they do not want to be told no. I had so many issues working with him and his brother one night at a nightclub. Oh my gosh, they were dope. Overall, I'd say they are chill guys that just get a lot of privileges sometimes. Too much, I think.
For one thing, he's been turned into a laughingstock for claiming credit for everything, even if there's legitimacy at times.
Look how Chris Brandon was finna box. It was
Drake?
Drake, the biggest rapper in the world.
Drake!
Drake. The nigga got bodied by Pusha T.
Pusha T?
Kid from the world, but his world and I from the kid. Army Graham in the wheelchair. Drake. Yes. Y'all niggas better stop filming me.
Wait, so he even said he's hiding this kid from the world.
Stop filming me.
What?
Yes, stop filming like I ain't
Man, that's been a
Drake
rumor for a minute.
Drake everything he know. Y'all didn't hear Drake on his first song? Tell me what's really going on. Drizzy Drake back in this thing already. What's that? That's Soulja.
Hey, I would never thought listen.
What's really going on? Soda, starting already.
And at this point, it's his erratic behavior that keeps him relevant, rather than any modern musical contribution.
Quit, now. Sit good. On your body just like you should.
Let's get that shit.
Part about this is if it wasn't for platforms like Vlad TV,
Adam
or
Twight.
academics, and Say Cheese TV, Soulja Boy wouldn't be doing really well.
The
He
shit
just
beat him?
just like all the other mid 2000 rappers out there. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, you're probably right. And to be honest, like, can you imagine us posting about just what Soulja Boy having a decent Rolling Loud show? I mean,
Yeah.
we have to post about the other 117 people that are on the Rolling Loud flyer too, right? I bet there's like 50 people who have better shows than you, right? Like, what are we even fucking talking about? Like, I can't believe that he has the nerve to try to blame us after having kept him relevant for all these fucking years. Because it's clearly not the music that's keeping him relevant. No, let's be real. There's like a class of celebrity in hip hop who basically manages to stay.
Adam Twight, come on, man. You weren't keeping Soldier Boy relevant. You like siphoning content off of like gangsters. I don't know. All good. Respect to the game. No jumpers going down though, unfortunately. All right.
relevant through doing your platform and maybe mine, maybe I, some sort of combination.
And their antics. Right. And the antics that we consistently report on for 15 years now.
Right. Soulja Boy has benefited from it massively
and still bitches
and has no perspective on the fact that he's benefited from it, and that not only has benefited from it, but it's the only thing he's benefiting from at this point, because let's be real, music ain't hot like that.
Due to the sentiment that his music is lightweight and disposable, people have gotten very comfortable with disrespecting him, oftentimes in the same breath that they're trying to give him his flowers.
Well, Soulja Boy is top 5 most influential, and I'm not gonna argue with you niggas about this at all. This nigga, Soulja Boy is top 5 as far as to what we are today.
They tell me culture. It's
The
just
front line of rap.
Through bass freestyles, that's how the bass god was originated and found. And that's where Thank You Bass God came from.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
I
I've heard
definitely
of this guy.
like the
Kinda.
memes and stuff like with the Thank You Bass God. Yeah, I definitely don't think I
Not
give
as
the credit for the
familiar.
meme like being like the
Not really as familiar with this guy, but definitely have heard a few things. Heard he's pretty dope.
meme on like how it is. Like I was the only rapper.
Instead of just sharing memes or chasing viral moments, Lil B's impact came from something deeper. Unlike Soulja Boy, whose funny moments often happened by accident, Lil B fully leaned into the comedy and shock factor on purpose. It was all part of his plan from the start, with mixtapes named I'm Gay, and a flow which was unlike anything you'd expect in an era where technical proficiency was more of a priority. People don't know what to make of it, but it was ultimately so bizarre that it demanded return visits. Even Danny Brown.
Yeah, everyone mentions Lil B as like one of the main meme rappers. I gotta catch up on that guy too.
And ignore it. The first time he saw Lil B's Like a Martian music video, he was lit, scrolling through World Star. And the whole thing just hit him in the wrong way. Not necessarily because it was bad, but because it was so weird and so offbeat that it actually stuck with him. Like, man, is this guy on drugs? Danny Brown said. I just knew it was something there, though. The next day I was chilling with my homie, we were smoking, and I was like, yo, I saw this crazy shit yesterday, while laughing. I showed him and he was like, what the fuck? And I think we watched it like 5 times straight. And ever since, I've just been fucking with his shit hard. I knew it was something there. That's all I knew. Despite the fact that he never had a major deal or even had a single hit the Hot 100, Lil B has reached a legend status.
We can't really talk about people debasing or manipulating the art form of rap without talking about Lil B. Lil B
Debasing.
where people can go in and rearrange the parts. And then you have someone like Young Thug who comes in post Lil B. We can't have Thug without Lil B. Thug comes in and his voice is the instrument. I would say maybe the next step after him is like a Cardi.
Even some of the biggest and most influential artists of the modern era give him props. Thank you, Bass God. Tweeted Kendrick Lamar in 2016, teaching all of us how to swag in videos. You and Wayne most influential. Thank you, Bass God. Lil Uzi Vert even gave Lil B his flowers, tweeting, @Lil Bass God. I got a song that's gonna be huge, and if it wasn't for Lil B, it wouldn't exist. Thank you, Bass God. That's how deep Lil B's influence runs. But even with that kind of love from the newer generation, it didn't really lead to long-term success. Just look at Soulja Boy. The hype eventually cooled off, and these days, not many people are checking for his new drops. Sure, you might love the concept of Lil B and use based in your regular internet vocabulary, but when you're really checking out recent mixtapes,
Let's see.
things he's gone from getting 75 million views for his clean video to less than 100,000 with link for his last single.
now
There's
he's
just
just
always
like,
a sense that beyond his hardcore audience,
Young Gravy just kind of like pop. I mean, he definitely started with meme rap, I guess.
there's just no real appeal for the masses anymore. And the same unfortunately goes for his friend and regular collaborator, Baby No Money. After emerging with an unanticipated hit with Y2K on La La La, which eventually went 5 times platinum, the eyes of the world were suddenly on him.
It's gonna be a big.
I mean, I don't know what this guy's saying. These guys definitely still have like legs to stand on. Just some people aren't fucking radio artists. Like I think that's just what people don't get is like there's like radio music and then there's like what music like normal people like and like people that are just like attuned to hearing whatever's pushed out by whatever label. Like these guys kind of keep pushing a lot of boundaries, I think.
Big song. Nobody could have told it. It's one of the biggest songs on Spotify of all time. So I remember making Edamame, and we put it on a Wednesday, and it did like 400,000 streams on a Wednesday. And I called Brian. I was like, "Is this usually how your music performs?" And he's like, "Hell no. We're viral, boys. I am H-I-M. Legends, the M&M. That is the worst lyric I've ever heard in my entire life." And I was like,
But in his case, there was at least some semblance of understanding that eventually he'd have to face up to the fact that not taking the music too seriously or having a traditional hip hop image may mean that there'd eventually be diminishing returns. People are going to stop caring, and I know that. I'm a personality, but you don't want to live vicariously through me, he said. I'm an everyday, normal ass person that does the exact same shit you do. I just happen to gain a lot of popularity.
"You don't really know yet, but I'll take it." Yeah.
How many songs are on it right now?
I mean, I have like 60 that I like,
60?
but I don't know. I think there's like 7 right now that are insanely good. I'm putting together like definitely like without question my best project.
Someone assumed this and wants to hear your take, which is comedy rappers are more talented than serious rappers.
I mean, that's kind of a hot take. I feel like all rappers are kind of, even like the most successful rappers are kind of comedy. Like Drake, he knows he's a me, but he makes good music. It's like, and he's the most successful artist probably in our generation, probably for the next like 2 generations.
Now evolving as an artist to the point that recent projects have featured tracks on everything from his issues with antidepressants to political matters, Baby No Money's real fans remain locked in. But the ones who are just there for the jokes aren't willing to see him in a different lens. Baby No Money doesn't fit the typical expectation of a rapper or singer. When someone says rap,
when you shop in the Pavilions app, you can count on
the Pavilions app. You can guarantee that it's white people shit.
goofy. This is the problem for so many of these artists. Because no matter what they do after
I'm 505 sisters, bro. So it was me, my mom, my dad, my 4 sisters. Cause one of my older sisters, she got her own shit. My 4 little sisters and my 4 brothers, or my 3 brothers, because my other brother, he had already left. But so it was my 3 brothers and my 4 sisters. And we all shared a room, the same size as this. Yeah, we all shared a room, like the master bedroom of my brother's crib. Yeah. And it was just bad, bro. It was just bad. Like my mom, like she got like a big ass like infection on her face from like sleeping on the bed and shit. And I was like, fuck. Oh hell. I was like, bro, I would take any. I was like, that's why. Yeah, like niggas shit on me for that, and I tell him like, bro.
Things eventually improved, where he signed to 10K projects for 300,000, but he was subsequently let go from there too when the early views just didn't return. But now, after years of being best known as a friend of academics, his reputation has since been shredded to pieces when he was caught actively creeping on kids in a supermarket.
Oh, the fuck?
Linger, follow, and grabs.
What?
Yep. So you know you are going to be placed under arrest. Okay, so I'm not going to put the handcuffs in the back, so I'll just put them in the front. Just put your hands under like your brain. Okay. Sure.
If he's willing to do something like this in such an openly public space, it just makes you wonder what he's gotten away with behind closed doors. Afterwards,
what that nigga just said.
As you can see, meme rap as it was once known doesn't really exist in the where he tries to put things as
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
An artist who
Oh,
seems to
no
actively pride
wonder.
himself on
Okay.
being trash, do you know certainly has an
All right, that's why he sent it to me. All right, so my. All right, I got a feeling what's going on here. Let's see what's
They're now trying their best to escape the tag and be taken seriously, while for others, their careers are no longer intact. But if there's one man who seems intent on carrying the flag forward into a new era, it's Miles. An artist who seems to actively pride himself on being trash, certainly has an interesting philosophy where he tries to keep things as low rent as possible.
What kind of equipment is going into this stuff?
$15 mic and $100 computer. Almost what I started with.
No way. Stop.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
Literally,
no.
Just upgraded probably like 3 months ago.
Okay. Well,
and then I still went cheap. It's like $60 now. You know, I upgraded 60, but I used to go to the real studio, but the engineer said he was tired of me playing in the studio, so he just, told me to come back.
You better be saying some good things, Louista. I'm warning you right now. If I hear anything else, if I hear anything but isn't the greatest rapper alive, we're gonna see what happens.
For the most part, people are absolutely on board with it, including Kanye West, who recently gave him a feature on Vulture 2's Bomb. I discovered Bro 2021. I thought his music was so fun. It was obvious he wasn't being serious. I liked it, and I've been watching his ride. Bro deserves it. He literally got a Kanye song off being himself and nobody else. What's crazy is that the idea that he is trying to suck isn't even fan speculation. Refreshingly, he's been upfront about how he's deconstructing the hip-hop notion of trying to be the best by actively trying to make terrible music.
So it's like 80-20, 80% playing around and 20% real, I'm trying to show people with my music that, like, we all can do it, It's like before, you got the big music, that's on radio and stuff. And you act like you can't get there just by being yourself. I'm like, you really can. So we just trying to do that with my music. But I still got to let it know it's trash, Like, hey, just let it know. I'm still.
It's gotta be trash.
It's like, it's garbage, man. Like,
Could you see yourself, maybe this is the opposite of what you would ask most artists, but could you see yourself making worse music in the future?
Of course, man. Like, I'm always trying to get worse, but like, it's only because it's the holidays where I'm getting good, but I'm going back, like.
Okay, so like, hold on. You've been getting better, but only because of the holiday season?
Yeah. So, like, I got, like, these Christmas tapes I can drop and stuff. Yeah.
And in recent times, the concept has garnered enough momentum that his output was featured on the Jimmy Fallon Show, horrifying the roots in the process.
Going to freak out. This is the jam. Okay, this is a rapper called, Miles? Oh, Miles. Let's take a listen to a song that he wrote. It's called Payday.
Great moment.
I can pay.
Best moment is right here. This is the greatest moment of this clip.
Wait, he's left Doja Cat downright scared as well.
Turn this shit speeding up. Okay.
All the while, continuing to take his growing fame anything but seriously.
I'm in a booth right now where the
Now boasting almost 1 million monthly Spotify listeners, might now be capable of making a real bag of music that, if you take it seriously, doesn't deserve to earn a
what?
The whole thing is ridiculous, but it seems like no one knows that more than himself.
It doesn't deserve it.
In his opinion, his success points out the absurdity of the fact that once things get popular, they just become part of the landscape, no matter how little value they have.
Nowadays, I just notice when people see numbers, that's kind of when they go along with it. But like beforehand, oh yeah, no, I got kicked out everywhere. I couldn't even record at the studio. My mom, I couldn't even record in the house. I used to record in like the room, in my bedroom. I say I'm a successful bedroom rapper, it's like a joke, but I was recording in there, and I remember she just kind of be recording music in the room, so I had to find somewhere else to go. So
you were kicked out of your own house for recording?
Yeah, sadly, yeah.
Okay, so where are you able to safely record now, where it's just kind of okay, like without obviously telling us too much?
Yeah, of course. The basement.
Okay, basement.
For now, represents where we're at in the evolution of meme rap, where other artists associated with the genre have tried to knuckle down and prove that they can make things that are really worthwhile. Is going out of his way to see how much his audience will tolerate, but along the way, some fans have felt like he started to organically become a good rapper. This can be seen very clear on his new track Bronny James, where people are actually taken aback by how much it's switched up from the days of Martin Luther King. This is actually hard. I'm laughing, but also seriously respecting the bars. But ultimately, it's clear that if they're looking for something more than hilarity, they're going to go elsewhere. So let's just hope that he learns the lessons from the people who've come before him, if he wants to make the bank while the public's eyes are still on him. Because unfortunately, if history has taught us anything, that window is closing all the time for the meme.
What? Okay. You know what? I'm putting my foot down. He said, what did he say? It didn't deserve it. Fucking ad. You know what? Fuck this. I'm here on behalf of and this guy, Louista, you need to make an apology video ASAP. And if it's nothing short
Christmas tapes will be dropping this stuff.
And in recent
of Yuno's Christmas album isn't the greatest album of all time, you're gonna know. Oh, what's up, dude? Bye. All right. Well, my kid's here, so I gotta go. Peace out, bitches.